Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review of the Justice League Task Force, The Flash by McFarlane Toys. This is available for order at places like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, and your local big box stores, Walmart and Target. So guys, be on the lookout. Let me know something in the comments. Out of all the actors that played the Flash in the future and past, who would be your favorite actor? Leave me the name in the comments. But right now, let's roll them off the stand and let's get started. For the packaging, we've seen this before in this kind of package. It's not a double box. It seems like it's a double box, but it's just a little bit bigger than normal, right? Because you have the collectible Darkseid piece in there. But you can see the action figure and all the accessories, plus the trading card and the action figure base inside the bubble. And if you look at the bottom, you can see the collectible Darkseid, and that Flash will be number 2. There's also artwork on each side panels. One side panel is a window, and the other side panel with artwork. And if you look at the top of the packaging, you can also see the window looking down at the action figures inside the bubble, right? Okay, so let's flip it over to the back side. In this card, trading card fashion here is what I call it, you can see Superman, Batman, Aquaman, and Flash there. Each of those pictures are their trading card pictures, which is pretty cool. And then you have Darkseid in the back there. So Flash will be number 2, and he will be carrying the body of Darkseid, right? Okay, so that will do it for the packaging. For the inside of the packaging, you see the trading card and the action figure base. I keep them both inside the plastic. For the trading card, I keep it in mint condition that way. And if I want to read the bio on the back, I just go online and check it out. And as for the action figure stand, it stays right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and give them a measure. We'll start on the inches. On the inches, be right at 7 inches. And on the centimeter side, he'll be right at 17.5 centimeters. That's where he's at, and that's where he's standing. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure up close. Let's take a look at the appearance. Okay, the appearance of the figure, in hand it feels good, but the appearance, it's not that great, but it's okay. So you see some of that pixelated work on his head. It's just slaps of paint. It doesn't look like Batman or how Superman is on their pixelated artwork, but you just have some splashes of paint in weird spots for him. If you look real closely, you see some of that. You can barely see the red. Let me see if I can get it close. See that red? You see the regular red on his leg? You see that red there? That's supposed to be that pixelated art. They should have made it a little bit different than the same color red, but you can barely see it on the thighs. See that? Okay, so just to let you know that it's there. Let's start with the head. Looking into his eyes there, you see that the eyes are, I guess, white, kind of a manila color. They look white. They're white inside. Then you have his mask and the nose, the bridge of the nose with the mask going across. You see the facial structures and the lips, right? Okay. Looking at the chin with the suit itself, the transition looks really good. The cuts are not bad. They can do away with these cuts here. We are not liking that. There's got to be a way to get done with that cut on the top, right? Okay, let's look at the side of his bolts. Those are good. They look pretty good, and the color is not bad either. I like that. There's that pixelated art on his head, right? You got it. That reddish, kind of whitish right there in the middle of his forehead. Yeah, that's okay. All right, let's take a look at his neck. Basic red, and it goes down to his chest. Same piece, and there's his emblem there. That looks pixelated. That looks good. It's more splash pixelation on by the emblem. Check out his arms. Nicely proportioned. I don't see any splash of that paint, that pixelated paint, but you do have the lightning bolt brush onto his arm there, and it doesn't look that great. Look at that. That doesn't look good. It looks very bad. Make him have some gauntlets or something like that, but this is terrible. Don't like that. Let me get some light into that. I do not like how that looks. See that? What is around his wrist? Is that That's not a great bracelet. That's not good. Bad job on that. There you go. What is that? Okay. Scribbled on paint. Okay, that's not good. Okay, let's go to the middle of the figure. You see the abs. You still have some more of that paint, that pixelated paint. And then the belt looks really decent. The utility belt has that pixelated paint, plus it has the belt itself on it. That's cool. Goes all right into the back. That's fine. The back itself, of course, no paint work there, right? Just all red. Okay. Let's look at, we've already checked out the thighs. We know we have that paint there as well with the red. And let's look at the boots. The boots are a gold, kind of it's a gold color. Then you have the yellow pixelated paint on the boot, right? Okay, cool there. And, you know, for this figure, there's not much to it. You're looking at a solid red, paint here and there. You have your symbol, belt, and your boots. But what are these gauntlets? Are those gauntlets? That's terrible. They could have done a better job than that. But the face sculpt's okay to me. It's not that bad. The eyes could be done a little better than just that sappy looking white. Not really good with that. But the paint on his forehead, the pixelated paint, not a great job there either. They're all right. So you see the appearance here? Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale him up. You can see the big guy there. He loves to scale. Sitting in that corner, he couldn't wait. Okay, so let's start with Batman. Right, there he is. We'll go with Aquaman. And Superman. So now that we have the full wave of these guys, we do have our collectible Darkseid, right? And we'll show him in a separate video. We'll make him separate video, not in the same video. We'll just look at him by himself, right? But you see the size comparison here with the 4-piece wave. It looks very good. Of course, Flash should be smaller. I think that Aquaman's quite tall and Superman, but there you have it. But the scale looks pretty good. There you go. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. He has 3 accessories, including the body of Darkseid, and then of course he'll have his punch and kick effect. All right, so we'll start with the body of Darkseid first. Let's look at that. Okay, this is going to be their main part. That's going to fit every part on this collector build. So let's start what the parts would fit into. You see the head would be in the ball and socket. The shoulders also have ball and sockets on both sides, of course. And then on the legs, you have some kind of tubing system that connects for the legs. And that should be it on that. Rotations are in the waist here, so that's pretty cool too. So he can move around pretty decent if need be. But let's take a look at the paint. You're looking at violet, blue, and purple. That's going to be that pixelated art on the chest. Look in the muscles. You see some, yeah, you do. You see some on the belt there, right? And you see some on the top of the shoulders, but nothing on the back like all the rest of the figures. They don't do none of the pixelation art on the back. I don't know why. What stops them from doing it, but it needs to be there, right? You see some kind of wrinkles there and back muscles, okay? Nothing to it. Be nice to see it once he's formed into his full size. Pretty nice. Okay, that'll do it for that. So let's take a look at the punch effects. We'll take a look at the kick effect first. The one I'm not a fan of, but here we are. You have the kick effect, and the kick effect has some flexible material of the way it goes when you kick. You put the tip of his foot in the plastic there. It has a spot for it, right? Put it in there and you kick the way you like, right? Nothing to it. We've seen these kinds of plastic before, translucent. Put some lighting to it and you got something, right? There you go. Nothing to that. Okay, so let's take a look at the punch effect. I am a fan of the punch effect. I do like it, especially how it looks in the game when he's punching. Also kicking, but I just think the punch effect is more practical. And here we are. Okay, the thing about this punch effect is he has the fist. So trying to put the fist inside, it's a task. Sometimes you can slip it in real snug. I'd rather you either heat it up or put some oil on his fist. That way it'll slip in really nicely so you don't break the mechanics of the wrist of the figure, right? Okay, but looking at the translucent plastic, you've seen it before. I do like how it's one piece going the direction it's supposed to. And if you put some light to it and this will come to life, more practical to me with uppercuts and punches, this looks really good, okay? There you have it. Nothing to that, right? Okay, and that will do it for the accessories. Okay, so let's step into it. The articulation, the POA. We'll go ahead and start from top to bottom, of course. The figure, like I said before, on the appearance, it feels good in hand. A lot of things I don't like, but let's go for the articulation. Head first. Head first is on a ball and socket, so your rotations are going to be there. That's not going to be an issue. And then you're going to have your tilts as well. So you have that. Great job. No problem there. Okay, the arms are going to be on ball and sockets, and they do rotate on latches. So the ball and socket has latches, and you can rotate them, and they have latches for many different movements, right? Easy there. Seen it before. Nothing new. You do have your bicep swivel. That is there, right? See the cut there, bicep swivel. And you do have your double jointed arms, okay? There you go. Double jointed arms is there. All right. And if we go to the middle of the figure, by the middle of the stomach and sternum, you do see that you have rotations as well, which are very nice, very smooth. They can crunch up. They do very well, right? There you have it. And you do have rotations on the waist there. See the waist there? Waist has rotations here by the belt. Okay. And then the legs, they are on the click flies. That's what I call the click fly, because you see those clicks there. Once you click them, they fly out, right? There you go. Okay. No thigh swivel, of course, but you do see the pins here. So you're going to have your double jointed knees, right? Seen that before. Nothing new there, right? Okay. Let's look at the hands. The hands are not interchangeable, but they're on that pin system that I do not like, where they rotate up, rotate down. That's fine to have that, but just get a latch and we'll be done with that. Just give me a latch. Not all those mechanics that can crack and break very easy. I can see that breaking pretty soon, but there you have it, right? That's that movement with the pin in it. There you go. But it does rotate, and that's about it there. Okay, let's take a look at the feet. Okay, your feet have rotations right on the ankle. You do have it sitting on rockers, right? They're on the rockers. They do have the funny latch system, just like the hands for the movements. It's just like the hands are. They have that pin and the pieces on each side, and the pin goes through it. Not a fan of that. Just give me a regular latch, and you do have the pivot in the toe, right? Very nice. But this is that mold that I told you guys I do not like because of the arch of the calves and the rocker. The rocker, that makes it very hard for the figure to stand, but if you get it standing right, it's okay, but it's tough to get them to stand the way you want. It's just not a great mold for posing reasons, right? Okay? All right, so the figure is not that bad. The paint is okay. The articulation could be a little bit better, but I don't know how much better, being as this mold, this tooling. But, okay, you get the idea. Okay, for the pros and cons, let's start with the cons first. The cons is, I don't like the mold. I don't like the tooling of this figure. Do not like it. It's just for posing reasons. It's terrible for standing. Well, not enough accessories with these guys. You do have the punch effects, but we are having the collective build piece, but give us an extra head sculpt or some more hands. That'd be great. The coloring on the figure, yes, he's red, so I can't really knock that. But when you're gonna do your additional painting with the red on top of it, with the pixelated paint, you didn't do really good on that. It's pretty terrible. The bracelets or gauntlets or wannabe gauntlets on his wrists are terrible. That's about it on the cons. But for the pros is, I do like the color red on it. I do like the pixelated symbol, and I do like the gold boots. Do like the effects. Those are great. But above all, I'm gonna have to give the figure a 2 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are. And you guessed it, you can get it at Bigbadtoystore.com. Just check out Bigbadtoystore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.